Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Oh!
Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Talk with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And tonight, we just going to go over a boxing match that happened this afternoon. It was for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. The challenger was Anthony Joshua, who came in to the fight with a record of 28-2. And he was fighting the heavyweight champion, Daniel Dubois, who came into the fight 21-2, 20 knockouts. Yeah, and the fight was in England, where the combatants, they're from that part of the pond, that side of the country. And it's one thing about boxing, right? Boxing, you have to come in prepared. You have to come in understanding what you walking into. And so when these two guys started to fight, you pretty much assumed that the fight and the combatants were ready to go. So, we start to see round one. Round one is always the fill out gesture, the fill out round. Try to see who's doing what or what's the strategies and all of that other stuff. When you box, it's like a game of chess. When you play chess, everybody moves their pawns and things like that just to see what the reactions are going to be. So that was pretty much the first round. And then after that, the champ was going to work. When I say he was going to work, the champ's, I want to say his offensive strategy was it was to go ahead and to attack. So as he's attacking the challenger seemed like he was out of it. Like he just looked like he didn't want to be there, right? And I don't know who goes into a heavyweight championship fight with the mindset of not wanting to be in the fight. I've never heard of that before. I never even understood that. In real life, if you ever have a fight, if you ever fought before, it's not on the level of professional boxing. But, you go up there, you guard yourself, you keep your hands up so nobody could, tag your jaw, knock you out. You worry about things like that. All right, the word, my 33 brother, what's going on? So, as the rounds go on, rounds 2 and 3, and I'm just sitting here looking, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right to me. I've never seen, I couldn't believe the way the challenger came into the fight. I can understand somebody being overexcited. I can understand somebody being excited. I I couldn't tell what the challenger was trying to do. Right? He's standing there. It's like he was a stand like he was a walking target, not even a movie. Like he was just there. And I'm like, wait, this ain't looking right. Am I watching the right? Like, am I watching this? Because the challenger comes in with a 28-2 record. When you 28-2, you expect some punches. You expect some explosions and power punches, jabs, hooks, crosses, things of that nature. I mean, he was robotish. If that's not a word, I apologize. I'm taking that and making it a word, right? But there's no, like, I'm like, what is he doing? He's sitting there, he's blocking, he's throwing little baby punches, not even haymakers, he's just punching, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm looking around, I'm trying to find people to have a conversation with, and I'm like, this for real? So we get to round 3, and I'm like, yo, this is not looking good. Like, the champ is landing hard punches. He's staggering the opponent, the challenger. The challenger is sitting there. He's trying to get through the rounds. Round 3 and round 4 gets there. He's hanging on, but he's being tagged a lot. Like, if I go to the punch stat, it's going to be overwhelming towards the challenger. I mean, excuse me, the champ, because that's how much the champ was just like, he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. Hooks and crosses and, landing them at a rate that it was an okay rate, but the way he was landing them is like, wait a minute. You would say Stevie Wonder could see these punches. Stevie Wonder would have been well prepared to take this battle on. And I'm just sitting here looking like, wow, this is crazy. This is unbelievable to sit there and watch that and round 4 ends, round 5 comes. Round 5 comes, he looks kind of good. He's coming out, he's looking good. He's starting to get on the offensive now. He's on the offensive. He's tagging the champ. He gets the champ with a couple of nice punches. He got the champ going to the corner. If y'all see the video, y'all see what I'm talking about. Then all of a sudden, the champ just turns around. Well, he's backing up and just throws that right. Boom. The man fell out. I said, wait a minute. If y'all watch WWE, y'all would have thought it was one of those type of actions. You know how they punch each other and then, they stagger and then they turn around and just throw that punch right back? That's what the champ did. The champ just turned around and threw that punch in. And I just see the man land. I'm like, wow. And the man was staggered. He threw the punch while being staggered. I don't know if he was throwing that punch to give himself room, but once it connected, it didn't even matter. Down with the challenger. Anthony Joshua went down. And as the commercial used to say, I've fallen and I can't get up. He lost the fight because he couldn't get up. He lost the fight, period. he was already to me. He was already down four nothing. So the fifth round, he could have won that round, but he couldn't win the round being knocked out. You know what I mean? So that fight was a very, it wasn't interesting. It was I want to say unique because I've never I it looked like it almost looked like Rocky won. Excuse me, when Apollo was tired. When Apollo was beat up and they just held their hands down low. That's how it looked like he was trying to fight. I'm like, wait a minute, Joshua, you can't fight like that. This man's reach is unbelievable. His reach is great, and you just letting it. No, you got to defend that. You got to, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up watching the Colorado game. Colorado versus the Baylor Bears. But anyway, yeah, you can't allow your opponent to just keep wailing and wailing and you don't get on the offensive. Too much defense. You're not Floyd Mayweather. Your defense is not going to win you a fight, right? It's very hard to win defensively. You have to throw punches. You have to make the punches count. But actually, in his defense, in the fifth round, he made it count. He really made it count until he got hit. And I'm sitting there, wow. The one time he gets on the offensive, he gets knocked out. I said, wow, that's a scary thing. It's scary because he's trying to get his momentum, and then out of the clear blue, he's so offensive, he forgot to be defensive and got tagged in the jaw and landed on the mat. That's not the. It's a very sad way to lose a fight. But the champ did what he had to do. Now he's at a record of 22-2, Mr. Dubois, with 21 knockouts. That's a great ratio. 22 wins and 21 of them by knockout. You can't ask for a better thing, right? So, and now Mr. Joshua is now 28-3. But the champ is, he got a good record. I mean, he got his ratings and rankings and things like that is up there. He's second in the IBF. Well, first in Europe. So it wasn't like he was a slouch, and Joshua wasn't a slouch either. I just didn't understand the strategic moves of Anthony Joshua. I didn't understand what he was trying to get done. Oh, he's 28-4? Yeah, he's 4 now, right? Because he just lost. You're right. And I'm just like, wait a minute. How is that even possible? And it was just, I mean, it was hard to watch because, like I said, his defense wasn't what it was supposed to be. And as soon as he went on the offensive, it was over. I'm like, wow, that's not supposed to be like that. But, that's why, in the sport of boxing, you must be prepared at all times. You must defend yourself at all times. You must guard yourself at all times. Even when throwing a punch, you got to guard yourself. And like I said, he did not guard himself in that fifth round. He was so busy trying to get his momentum on the offensive side that it was like horrible. His defense was trash and it was disgusting. And then he goes on the offensive. He started the round off good, the fifth round. Then he went from trash to trash truck juice because he got backed up, beep, 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 and fell right down. Beep. And that was it, So now I don't know where he wants to go with this. I believe he's trying to get a rematch from what my understanding of the press conference and the post fight interviews and things like that, I just don't see how. I wouldn't want to fight him because of how he just approached this fight. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I know that Dubois has, I don't know who he's getting ready to face. I know he can't face Tyson Fury, and I know he can't face Usyk because Usyk already took care of him already. And so it would be an interesting rematch. Don't get me wrong, because it was around this time last year he lost to Usyk. So I don't know who else is up there for him to fight. I mean, I really don't know. But the way that Joshua, he looked at like he gave up before it even started. And you can't go into a fight with a defeatist, like you're defeated. That could never work. That could never win. And that's the sad part about this thing, right? So in 5 rounds, the champ Daniel Dubois he took care of his business. You know, he was he did what he had to do. He knocked the man out. Even when the man was offensive, he knocked him out. So congratulations to the champ. He's now, like I said, I don't know if he's going to be able to. I don't know if there's a rematch. We got to sit there and wait. But, that's one reason why, a lot of the times the heavyweight class is not viewed as it once was because of things like that. Like you can't bad matchup for AJ. He only looks good against people he bigger than. That's his size. He can be effective if they come at him. And that's what I'm saying. So how do you go ahead and try to combat somebody like that? If was like there any game plan? Like what was the game plan? Because he actually showed no type of game plan being shown. What was the game plan? Like how is that possible? Like I never, like I said, I've never witnessed that before. I've like he might as well have been the Walking Dead. Like how does that even work? So I like I said, I don't know who the next opponent is. I'm not sure who the possible other challenges can be for Dubois going forward. Uh, After the night, but like I said, it was not a good fight for Anthony Joshua. He just didn't look right. He looked like a robot. He just looked just like a robot, and that was not good. Like I said, the only possible fights I don't know if he's ready. Back to the champ. I don't know if he's ready for a fight with Fury. I don't know if he's ready for a fight with Usyk. I don't, it would be a rematch for him at that. And then, it's possible he might fight Joseph Parker. But it's going to be interesting because at the end of the day, like even if you win a fight like this, what did you learn from it? You see what I'm saying? Like it was just so open and closed. What did you gain from this fight? Or what could you take from the fight, rather? Oh my God, the game is over. I'm sorry. Man tried to jump in the end zone, lost the ball in the end zone. They're reviewing it. But you can't, I don't know what you could gain out of this fight. What was the lesson? I mean, what was the he stuck to his game plan. It was so simple that he couldn't even withstand that Joshua couldn't withstand nothing. He couldn't move. He was defenseless. It was just that one sided to me. And so, you know, you think he could beat Tyson Fury, Joshua, or are we talking about Dubois? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. Colorado just beat Baylor on a fumble by the goal line in overtime. But you know, it's just it's just going to be interesting, and I don't know. Like I said, we don't know who it is and how long down the line it's going to be. But I just hope that Joshua finds somebody that he can actually like. He just like I can't even describe how he looked. I really can't. That's how crazy that fight. That's how crazy he went. His actions was in this fight. I you can't describe it. Like if you watch the replay, you would understand what I'm saying. Like, wait, that don't look right. That don't look right. Like I thought he really didn't want to be there. I'm not even going. Show nothing. You think, oh wow, okay, yeah. The way he was fighting, I mean, yeah, I can see that matchup, Fury and Dubois. I can see him, doing a little something to Tyson Fury. But when it like boxing has to be a hard sport to like give up. I think because there's people that fights past their prime, like they don't know when to stop or they don't know when like when their time is up. Somebody that's it's not like Terrence Crawford. Even before before Spence got whipped. It's not nothing like that in this heavyweight division. The name, I mean, this fight right here, it has to push the division back a little bit, because like there was no way on the earth that, Wilder, you think Wilder and Joshua could be, I mean, those are they just two one haymakers away from an explosive fight? Like we know Wilder, he can be aggressive, but you get him going, you get him in them later rounds, the crater will fall. But if that's who Joshua has to fight people like that, he needs to get his confidence back because he went into this. I promise you, he looked like he had no confidence in nothing he was doing tonight or this afternoon. It's nighttime in England, but well, it's morning time in England. But he acted like no, he had no. Oh, I can't even describe it. That's how bad it was. No movement, no stamina, no nothing. Like I said, he went in that fifth round. He started the fifth round being aggressive, and then all of a sudden, a defensive punch. That's how I viewed it, was a defensive punch, like to get out of here. It just caught him right on point, and that was it. I believe that too. I believe Wilder is one nice jaw drop from a CTE case. I see it. There's no defense for these guys. They'll slug it out like they in WWE. Like, nah, that don't. It's two different things, But it was just it was a counter. I just thought it was a defensive hook. Well, if you say defensive counter, you can see the same. You can see the same way. But the hook was just that it was that wow. It was like that it took him out. You know what I mean? But you know, the fact is, like I said, I don't think Joshua was into the fight too much. I think he felt like he didn't belong there, or he must have saw something in that he didn't like and was like out of it since the touching the glove scenario. You know, when they walked to the center of the ring, he just looked it out of it. He gave maybe he was too in awe of him because they used to spar together. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay, he rolled off the hook and counted. Okay, I don't know if it was because they used to spar and he was so in awe of Dubois, but it looked like he did not want to be there. So I don't get it. I don't know how I don't know how you can enter a ring like that. They say you're supposed to go in there to try to win. That was not the case for Anthony Joshua, in my opinion. He looked at very stagnant, you know, and we know that stagnation kills. Right. That's exactly how it looked like. Like, yo, I ain't even gonna try. I ain't gonna try to fight him. I know he's gonna win. Not saying he took the dive. I'm just saying he just looked at his movements was like, eh, you know. There was no defensive strategy. There was none of that. Like he had his way with him. Dubois had his way with him. Even before the fifth round. The fifth round was just shocking because he started to get aggressive. And then like the counter hook the counter hook was like boom, that's it. Down goes Joshua. Oh wow. So, I don't like I said, I know in real life we can't fight like that. I know there has to be, it has to be a momentum, and he couldn't find one for the first 4 rounds, and when he found his, he forgot to cover himself and just got knocked out in the fifth round. So it was a good for Dubois. It was a good win. Uh, like I said, I don't know how else he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. He got his picks now. He's a champion. He's the IBF champ. So we gotta wait and see who he wants to fight, who he wants to challenge, and But like I said, I just don't think Joshua could ask for a rematch after this fight. If he does, he must going to do some extensive training, or just. But he can't. To be honest, even if he gets a rematch, he can't take nothing off this fight to even say, "Oh, I got to defend this. I got to defend that," because he was just that sloppy. He been trying to have a killer mentality, but he don't got it. So he tries to act like it. This is not he in the wrong sport then. You know what I mean? You can't act like you got it. You either got it or you don't. It's just like basketball. You got the killer instinct or you got a passive instinct. So which one do you got? It's very rare to have both. But in this sport, to have nothing it's wow. It's even odder than that. So we have to understand, like, come on, you got to do better than that. You got to, you took the challenge to this fight. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody say, you know what, this is a better match for you. I don't know who told him that. I don't know if his trainers, his trainer, his agent. I don't know who told him that, but they could not have believed that strategy was a strategy to win. Because if they thought that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs one of those things. He needs to be in but he can't. The way he was moving, it was like if he was to go to the WWE, he would look like Goldberg. He'd be a black Goldberg. It's like, ugh. Like there's no like not even a Goldberg. Who is one of them slow, agitating, annoying? But he's not as tall as he could have been. He could have looked like Khali, the great Khali. He come down the ring, he's just stiff, like he can't move nowhere. So, but that's not a sport. This is not a thing for him. Please don't think about going to UFC. I don't. He better not. MMA, whatever. Don't go to none of those because you are not. You are not capable of having that. You don't even have a defense in boxing, and that's how you think you're gonna win with kicks and things like that. But he went in there. He earned his fourth loss tonight. Anthony Joshua. I just think he needs to go to the drawing board. He needs like a whole year to get a different strategy. I don't know if he can pick his pace up. I don't know if he could pick his power up. I don't know what he can do to I don't think after tonight he should not be fighting for at least a year, in my opinion. He always moves like that. It looks different when he comes forward versus. Well, then he just might well just stay in the corner, so he ain't moving at all. Cause that was like, oh my god, that didn't even make sense, you know. But now we have arrived to the 22nd of September. Welcome to Sunday morning, East Coast time. So I don't know, man. I just didn't understand anything that he was doing. I didn't understand the strategy. I didn't understand the lack of defense. I didn't understand nothing that Mr. Joshua did. Uh, Look, I'm calling him Mr. Joshua like he earned some respect. He ain't earned that because that was horrible. Anthony Joshua, you know who I'm talking about. But it was not. How would you say? It wasn't a thing of beauty. You know, it wasn't at all. And I just felt bad because I'm like, you know, I appreciate Dubois not doing worse to him. Because like I really believe he did not want to fight this man. Or he went in there with a defeatist attitude already. Because it just looked it that way. Or maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm seeing things in a different perspective. Maybe I'm seeing things as if like, you know, I'm a novice or something. I don't know. I just thought that the man didn't want to be in that ring. I thought that Joshua was like, I can't beat him. So, maybe I could fake it to the 12 rounds and get to a draw. No, I don't even know how he could have got to a draw. His fight routine was just that horrendous. So I don't know what he was thinking. Like really, I really don't have a clue what he could have been possibly thinking about. That was just that terrible. It's all right, you know what I mean? Like I said, I wanted to talk about this because this time tomorrow it's going to be about 12 games, 13 games maybe. Well, 12 or 13 games that we're going to have to talk about on the channel. Plus, the second, well, not the second. The first round of the WNBA playoffs is starting tomorrow as well. So I didn't think we were going to have time to talk about this tomorrow. So I don't mind having this conversation today, even though it was one-sided. But like I said, when we come up here and had a conversation, we gonna have the conversations because that's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about today's events in sports and things of that nature. So that's why we're here. We had a fight this afternoon for those that's just coming in between Anthony Joshua and David Dubois. Anthony Johnson was the challenger with a 28-3 record. He came in against David Dubois, 21-2, and he was the champion. And David Dubois, simply put, he won the fight in the 5th round with a knockout. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it as far as was Anthony Johnson, did he have a good fight? And the answer is no. It was that crazy. It was that one-sided. The ref too. That's what I'm saying. It just looked awkward. The whole thing was that, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even focus on that part. I was just so focused on what is Joshua doing. Like, man, I don't think he wants to be here. Like, I really didn't think that at all. I was so disgusted of how he went about his business this afternoon in our time, but over there it was at night. I just ain't like how he did it. And people pay good money to want to see a competitive fight, and that was not it. That was not it. So I would want to apologize for those that paid for the fight and things like that. But that was just crazy. I don't think that was respectful. I don't think it was respectful that the performance that Anthony Joshua put out there was even championship material. I don't like I said, it did more harm to the division than anything because of his performance. Now, Dubois did what he had to do. He took care of his business. It should have been over a little bit earlier, but he did what he had to do. He won his fight by knockout, and he got to go home a little early, pretty much, so but I don't know where Joshua can go from there. I really don't. I don't know if he got to go back to the drawing board or not, but it's just it's sad. It was not a good fight. It was, it was really hard. It was hard to watch. It was a head scratcher. Like, if you were scratching your head, you could have scratched all your hair out because of that fight. That's how crazy that fight was, in my opinion. Some people might have, seen it differently, but the way that I saw it was like, it wasn't very good. Okay, so we're going to talk about another event from from Friday, actually. The Friday night SmackDown, right? I believe, I just think there's more excitement on SmackDown than it is, with Raw. I don't know if they get ready to, maybe they're getting ready to blend the two factions together, as far as they do the drafts. A lot of the time, this person could only go on SmackDown. This person could only go on Raw. I think that in order to spice Raw up, they're gonna have to let SmackDown people come over there and compete on Raw. Even though Raw, I believe, is going to Netflix, or was it It's going to one of those things, one of those streaming sites. Don't know if it's Peacock or Netflix, whatever. But you can't, on Raw, you can't just keep having shows and the champ is not doing anything. What happened to the 30-day defense clause? You have to defend the title for 30 days. They're not even enforcing none of that no more. You got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. They're holding the show afloat, right? And then whatever, we waiting to see if Jey Uso could get his first singles title. But the championship fight, the heavyweight championship, or whatever they call it at this particular time. Who got? I don't know. Wait, I don't even remember who got the world championship. Well, I know who got the belt. Gunther has the belt, but they trying to. They don't even have nobody. There's no storyline for him. They don't even have nobody like competing with him. They just had Randy Orton. That's over with now, right? So who are they trying to give? Who are they trying to let do that? They have to. They have to. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna let Jay win the belt yet. It's already speculated. We already a lot of people believe the bloodline. Not Sammy. Please don't give that belt to Sami Zayn. Oh my God, I could just see that already. No. But see, those are just two names, right? Are they gonna wait for CM Punk to come and take over after this fight with oh my God, Drew McIntyre, and then what? Like they have to build up the storyline because at the end of the day, Survivor Series coming. They have a event coming up in October down in Atlanta, but Survivor Series coming up. So I think they're so focused on Roman and Solo and the Bloodline that they forgot a whole faction of a show. Well, unless they're gonna have they're gonna do a mixed Survivor Series fight between Judgment Day, Rhea, uh, Damian Priest, Jey Uso, but who's gonna be the other two? But Seth ain't back. I don't think he's back yet. I think he's still injured. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta do better with the competition. The competition has to be better. Like, all right, he just like Gunther just had the longest intercontinental reign. Don't make us believe he's gonna have that same type of success with the World Heavyweight Championship. Because there's no way in the world. It's one thing to fight oh God, what's the little guy name from the from the Alpha Squad, the Alpha Academy. That guy, maybe Sami Zayn, is one thing to fight them, but to go ahead and think that people like CM Punk, you just said his name. Oh my God, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. No, you can't. No, it has to be. It has to be one of those guys that has to fight. I mean, Jey Uso's on a. He gets the crowd hype. And then they got him. They got him in 50-50 matches that he can win, and then he'll turn around and lose some of them. Unless they're gonna do something with somebody like Braun Breaker or something like that, they're gonna let this young man lose the belt to Jay and then let him go for the heavyweight title, or they're gonna try to intertwine the intercontinental belt with the world championship belt. These are the things that you got to do. But like I just don't see Jay winning the belt from Braun Breaker. I see the collaboration of Raw and SmackDown combining the roster, and I just see all the Usos back with Roman, and I don't know who the fourth person is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Sammy. I don't know if it's going to be the original plus versus the new. I don't know. Or Roman might have did a 800 call. Send me somebody from the island and come through. You know what I mean? To be the fourth partner. But even Solo, I don't know how he got these young boys is just looking like he's a leader, and he ain't won nothing. He ain't won not a match yet. Since he's been the quote unquote new tribal chief, he hasn't won one match yet. I mean, he's been in tag matches. I'm talking about in singles competition. Unless I'm seeing things, he hasn't won. He lost all the time to Cody Rhodes. He's on too. But I thought winning mattered. I thought winning meant something. You see what I'm saying? So it don't mean nothing no more. Because they're getting ready to push. Oh God, what's the enforcer name? Zilla Fatu? Is that his name? They get ready to push him into a prominent role because like everything he do, it's like he gets very little. Nothing phases him. So if he's like that, Jacob Fatu, okay, I knew it was one of them. Jacob Zilla. Zilla's his brother. I think he's in NXT right now, but they get ready to push him because nothing is moving him, right? I'm surprised. Well, there's no other forces over there, even on SmackDown. There's no other groups that's going to try him. The Street Profits. They're being held back, but they've been doing that for a while. DIY, is that the name of the group? DIY. They keep running the roadblocks with the Bloodline. They might as well just have a four-way tag match, but they can't because they got to fight the original Bloodline or the original Tribal Chief, or however you want to look at them. So it's going to be it's going to be an interesting next 3 to 4 weeks as they start to prepare for Survivor Series. When is Jimmy coming back? They had a very interesting segment in Atlanta at Georgia Tech Stadium, right? Roman, like, I got your back, but how you gonna have? It's gonna be 4-on-2, and the Kevin Owens situation is going to be a very interesting one because is he gonna have Cody's back? Like he's upset because these people already whooped him. Roman was they was tearing his face off, even though him and Jay patched it up. But I guess he just feels like he can't patch it up with Roman. And so, he can't even, like, he's showing some emotion in a sport that there should be, just competition. But, who knows? Kevin Owens might become a heel. He may no longer be a baby face. Maybe he's going to be the one to fight Cody again with the aggression of, like, now I want to kick your butt. Before it was like, I don't even want to fight. I mean, he gave it his all, but it's something different when you really trying to, take somebody out instead of just, all right, you my guy. I gotta fight you with kid gloves, or I gotta wrestle you with kid gloves. It's a difference. So the Kevin Owens side is going to be intriguing. But if you, like I said, if you continuously look at Raw already, they got the New Day about to break up. Then you got this situation between Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. I don't even know how that even comes about. Because at the end of the day, if Braun was the monster among men, what is Bronson Reed then? So what is he? The baby monster among men? Like, how does that go? It's not like he got a perfect record or anything. He's lost before. But how are we going to use this young man, Bronson Reed? How are we going to build him up? Is he the one that should be taking on Von Breaker? You see what I mean? Like, it's so many ways to look at it. Because, like, he's been doing what he need to do to Braun Strowman. So somewhere down the line, it has to be a championship call for Bronson Reed. But who's gonna have it? They just pushed Damian Priest out the way, his rematch or whatever. He got the rematch, and then that was it. The New Day. Judgment Day done took it out. Rhea still did Rhea get her? Yeah, I think Rhea did get her title match back. But even with that, there has to be a challenge. Liv Morgan has to fight somebody now. Who is she gonna fight on the women's roster of Raw? Right now, I'm believing that they're gonna have a, a triple threat match for Nia Jax to somewhere down the line as Bailey and Naomi beat the Nia and Tiffany Hayes, but they both pinned her. So now they got to fight each other next week. But I just think there's going to be a triple threat match for those three girls at the next pay-per-view. I just don't know I don't know if Nia could win with both of them, or is Tiffany going to cash in the Money in the Bank thing and go ahead and win it, you know? So it's going to be an interesting set of situations coming as far as the WWE. Also, they already talking about having Saturday night main event in December on the 14th. You know, when I think about Saturday night main event, you know, you think about the mid 80s and, you know, the Hulk Hogan's versus, you know, Zeus and Brutus Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine and, you know, those type of matches when he would fight Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan lost the belt on the main event with the twin referee scenario. They're gonna have to put some show and it's supposed to. I think it's on Peacock, but I'm not sure. But you know, Peacock and NBC, they're the same. I don't know if they're gonna put it on regular TV or they're just gonna keep it on Peacock. Probably Peacock because you know they greedy for money right now, which is understandable. You got a hot product, you want to make as much as you can on it, but I just thought about the childhood, you know, the 10-year-old me, the 8-year-old me, the 7-year-old me, even the teenage me, you know. But they're gonna have it's gonna be very interesting next few weeks with SmackDown especially. But I just want to see what happens with Raw. They have to put Gunther into positions to where he's gonna have to fight because I just believe Sami Zayn is not getting no match with Gunther. He don't deserve a match with Gunther. But who else is going to challenge Gunther, right? Like, I don't know who else is going to challenge him. I don't know if Bronson Reed going to come out and say, I want the match. I don't know how that go. But it's going to be a very interesting thing. My 33 brother, what's happening, though?
What up, though? Yeah, man, I was trying to get on the stream, man. My wife be taking her sweet old time. My baby, my baby. She was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I said, "I did. You said you'd be right back 20 minutes ago." She was like, "Well, I had to do it." I'm like, "Okay, then. Okay, I understand." I ain't gonna
So,
complain and nag about it because I know you gonna find something to complain and nag to me about. So I'm gonna just be quiet.
yo, that's
Oh
crazy.
man.
Nah, but going back to the championship boxing match. Am I off? Did he not seem like he didn't want to? Like I can't. Like, how do you describe his movements? Like I can't.
Is Joshua, Joshua is, this is what Joshua is. I understand he's a Olympic gold medalist, but Joshua always been that I'm bigger and stronger. He got boxing skills, but his technique is trash. His tech has always been that way. It's just his opponents, besides, like when you see when he put up against someone who's athletic, like Usyk, that's smaller than him and athletic, he always had problems. Most people that you seen him dominate was people that was big, like he a heavyweight that was big and that his power can affect. Anytime Joshua got backed up, he always had issues. He was just stronger and he was just bigger and stronger than people. So him getting away with leaning back, he was never athletic. So that's why he always looked stiff. He's never been athletic, not in my opinion. He got deep.
We back? Hello? I lost you. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go.
There
Every
you
time
go.
on my phone, I don't. I gotta turn it off. Every what, couple 5 minutes, it go dark. But
Okay.
Joshua, he always just been bigger and stronger than people. He's never really been a better boxer than half of the people he boxed. It was just that when he catch you, he catch you. That's like Wilder. Wilder is a big puncher. He don't have boxing skills, but he got the ability to catch you. And if he catch you, then he don't need the boxing skills. But all that stuff catch up to you when you fighting somebody just as skilled, who's really skilled and the same size or bigger. But him and Wilder remind me of each other. That's why I said it'd be a good next fight. I think Joshua beat Wilder though. But I think that'd be but nah, his back to your question, my bad, I didn't mean.
No, no,
But
no. That's okay. That's okay.
Joshua always been like that. He never had head movement. He always dropped his left hand is never up. So he always open to that right hook. Anytime he moved back, he moved his body before his legs. And that's why he kept getting caught. He was moving his body back, but not his leg. You got to step back, especially if you just go use head movement. If you watch Floyd Mayweather, when he like in your face and he always stepped back. That's why he can go into that counter punch
Right.
because he stepped back and now he's planted. That's the benefit of now when you lean back and try to punch, you ain't planted. Now you going against where now you going against movement. You throwing something forward while you moving backwards. But if you step back, now you're planted. You planted on that back foot, and now you can just twist your hips, and that's how he got.
Because it just looked like his footwork wasn't even up to par. It was just that. It was just that horrendous. I'm like, wait a minute. You
Yeah,
like
he actually had good footwork,
you think
but
so?
his body wasn't moving with his foot. That's the problem. You can have good. That's the problem. It was like when he was moving his foot, it was good. He had good footwork, but then he forgot to move his feet and start moving his body, and that's where he got caught. Like, nah, bro, keep moving that body with your feet. That's what people like. Most people, he it reeks of amateur. His performance reeks of amateur. Remind me of like if you go take somebody who big in the gym lifting weights and put him in a boxing ring. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, because even before the fight, he was talking about how they used to spar with Dubois and all. I'm like, okay, are you really ready to fight this dude? If you sparred with him, you should know what the 1-2s are gonna be. You should never be caught off a guard.
See, this the thing too. Like this is like when you like been in the fight game. I remember I was asked to spar with a couple people who's preparing for like MMA fights,
Hmm.
right? So me helping them prepare or sparring with them for a fight was different from me and them just sparring because they're looking for a certain look. They're looking for something. So you're actually working with someone. Usually they get a sparring partner because they have this and they have that. So it's not like you in there actually fighting to see who the best when you sparring. You're not doing that.
Right.
Usually people are working on. That's why you can see some sparring tapes of like Crawford. You looking like, dang, Crawford getting work because he's trained. He's not sparring to see who's the best. He's sparring to see if he can take this person hit, or if he can roll off of this, or if he can do this. He's sparring with this person for a particular reason. So I hate when people compare that. Oh, he sparred with him and this. That don't mean nothing. Sparring don't mean nothing to me.
No, it don't. But you would believe it's not okay. So if you prepare somebody to work on their weakness to be a power thing, should you be prepared for that going into the fight, like going into a match with the said person? That's not how that goes.
I'll tell you like this. So say if Daniel Dubois was sparring with Joshua to get Joshua ready for a fight. they picked Dubois because he got this size or he got this, he got that. So that's different because when Dubois come in there, they gonna tell him like, "Hey, look, we getting them ready." He already got the notion that I'm helping them get ready for this fight. This is what this other guy do, so I'm gonna try to mimic that. That's not even his real fighting style that he's going at it with.
Okay.
That's how I mean. That's what I say is a different sparring, like sparring somebody in the gym. Like when I go to the dojo, hey, y'all want to spar? Yeah, then even then, it's like I'm telling you, like, hey, well, I want to work on this, or I'm gonna be trying to do this. So watch out for this. Watch out. It's like not really a competition where we really going at it. But when you talk
Mm.
about on a professional level like that, them boys helping people get ready to make millions of dollars. So they tell the sparring partner, like, sometimes they even pay the people, like, hey, take it easy on them. Make them look good. They do. I'm being honest,
No,
bro.
I know.
I'm being 100% honest. Like I've never boxed professionally, but I've been around professional boxers. I've been around professional MMA fighters, like not known professional, but people who fight professionally. Like my cousin in Pennsylvania, he fight professionally. Well, he used to. He retired, but he used to
Hmm.
professionally fight MMA. And it was a couple times where he was like, "Yo, can you come down here?" And I'm fighting in Ohio. I need you to I need you to kick me. Like what? He's like, no, I'm fighting this Muay Thai guy. I need you to get me here. I need you to kick me. So he would literally go in there, and if you didn't know one of us, you'd be like, damn, he kicking his ass. No, he's literally there to. I'm there to get him ready to take these kicks. So
Wow.
it depends, man. But it's not like when people be saying all that sparring shit don't mean nothing.
Well, we can tell it didn't mean nothing in this fight. How about that?
Man,
Right.
bro, look, I'm from the last couple fights for both of them. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I said Joshua got a puncher's chance. But if this fight end early, it's gonna be because Dubois knocked him out. I wish I could have talked to y'all before this fight because I know this other dude, Drew. He come into the chat every now and then. We usually talk, but I ain't talked to him about this fight. But I was when I was looking at the fight, that's why I wasn't even hyped about it because I knew Joshua was gonna get knocked out. I know he was. Did you see who that boy Dubois just fought? They call that dude the Russian McGregor. This dude
Mm.
looked fucking crazy, bro.
Right.
And this dude like is heavy handed as hell. The dude is a bad dude, man. Dubois tore his ass up. He boxed him and then knocked him out. When Dubois did that, I'm like, okay, this boy's serious. When he
Right.
fought Alexander Usyk, he won that fight, bro. They cheated him.
But that's
He
why I
knocked
said
Alexander with a body shot. Alexander Usyk, that wasn't no low blow. That was a body shot. He caught
right.
him right above the belt, and Usyk was out. He couldn't even get up. He couldn't get up.
But that's why I was saying, like, I think that match should come first before the Joseph Parker fight because it has to be some type of redemption, and then as a champion, you want that get back. You know what I mean? So I would have thought that would be the first place he would want to go. But
Usyk, Usyk don't want to fight that boy. The reason Dubois lost because his conditioning wasn't ain't where it's at now. That's the only reason Dubois lost. He got gas. I'm being honest. That's the only reason Daniel Dubois lost. He got gassed in that fight, and Usyk tore his ass up after that. But
right,
he was whooping on Usyk. I mean, it was a good fight the first couple rounds, but he started whooping on Usyk, man. And I'm looking like, oh,
right. So
but
I
they
don't.
tried to cheat him in this fight, bro. You ain't see that? They talk about that
Mm.
wasn't no low blow. He hit him on the belt.
He hit him on the
Joshua,
belt.
they put him in a corner, bro. He didn't even give him. I thought because at first I'm like, what is he doing? He gave him a warning. That wasn't even a low blow.
It was
He gave
not.
him a warning. I've never seen them stop the clock for a warning, bro.
Yeah, wasn't it? See what I'm saying? Like that's why I said this whole fight just looked weird. The whole scenario just looked like, wait, what is this? Like you stopping the clock. This one he don't want to fight. He looked like he's scared. He know he can't move with the champ. I'm like, what is this? But it's sports, so we gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way to look at it.
bro. You could tell that first round, bro. He clipped him like I think it was like the fourth or fifth punch he hit him with. When he
Hmm.
clipped him, his whole demeanor changed. He
Right.
was like, "Oh shit!"
Look, I
he
can't do
was
it.
he was running ever since then. He popped him with it was a jab too, because I remember because when he hit him, he was like, that's when he started leaning back and shit. Like, look, look, man. This is the thing with this fighting thing. You know, everybody built different, but
Hold on, I lost you. Hold on.
just being in like martial arts and just combat sports my whole life, this is what I noticed, man. The people who get their ass whooped early in life, when they start getting their ass whooped later in life, they know how to take it. They know how to weather storms, and that's what the. I'm just being real, man. You can tell the people who ain't never really get their ass whooped when they was younger. Because now that they older, even on the professional level, they don't know how to respond. They start doing silly shit. Even like Deontay Wilder. When he got his ass rocked for the first time, this motherfucker started looking at everybody like, what happened? Who helping me? Who jumping me? You can just they don't know how to respond. If you watch Daniel Dubois, he been knocked down, he been knocked out before.
Right.
And you see how he responds. He get tight. And this is the difference too between technique, athleticism, and skills. Right?
Mm.
You can have all the skills in the world. You can have all the athleticism in the world. But if you ain't get proper technique, when you get tired or when you get in trouble, all that shit go away. When you got technique and you get in trouble, you go back to your reflexes, what you know. That's how you can tell who practice defense and who don't. Like me teaching self defense, the very first thing I teach people is how to get hit. This is what we gonna learn. We gonna learn how to get hit. You know why? Because you go get hit, and when you get hit, you need to know how not to keep getting hit. And when he got when he got rocked. You can tell when he got clipped because everything changed. Everything went out the window. He started leaning back. He started running, and even when he was, I'm like, damn. You could tell he don't have a defense. His defense is usually his jab. He couldn't get the jab up.
At
That's
all.
why his hand stayed low. That's what his defense is was his jab. But if you rewatch the fight. When he was in trouble, usually with people in trouble, what they do, they cover up.
Right.
That's because he had no natural. He don't have the technique. His defense has always been his jab. He been hitting his way out of shit.
Yeah, well, he ain't do well enough tonight to hit back. Cause like I said, even in the fifth round, it looked like he was trying to gain momentum, and then all of a sudden, that cross came or that hook came, and it was like, okay, bye. Like God Lee, like you trying to build your momentum, and
When
look,
when
good.
bro, when Dubois when he got hit, and I see Anthony Joshua coming in with his hands down, I said he about to walk into something. What? I'm thinking. I wish I was on. I know I was texting you. I wish I was on the phone with you, bro. You would have been cracking the fuck up because everything I said happened. When Dubois got clipped. First thing he did was went to the left. You know why he went to the left? He was looking for the rope. That's the first thing he did. When he got hit, he like, oh shit. He was looking for the rope. He went left, then he went right. Couldn't find it, so he went back. And what did he do? Soon as he touched the rope, his guard was up, but soon as he touched the rope, he knew where he was at. His guard went up. That's why I said if you look, he hit Joshua, bow, back up off him. Then Joshua hit him. Joshua threw another one. He rolled, and as Joshua was leaning in because he rolled, he was trying to throw that straight, and Joshua leaned in instead of turning the hip, and Dubois put his ass to sleep. He set that boy up. He knew what was about to happen. He was like, his dumb ass go come over here. He go come into this, yep, right in the quicksand.
That's even the worst part about it then. Because if you could set somebody up like that and they don't even see they're walking into it, then that's crazy. Like it
I
don't
don't.
even that's sad.
He wasn't hurt like everybody keeps saying. Oh, he hurt. He wasn't hurt. He got clipped. He got clipped. He hit him like, oh shit. Let
Yeah,
me tighten up. He
he was
wasn't hurt like
grazed.
to the
Right.
yeah. He wasn't hurt to the point like oh he got. He wasn't hurt to the point Joshua should have went and tried to finish him. He wasn't hurt like that. He wasn't hurt like that. But see, you see the difference too. And Joshua was supposed to have more experience. Now you see the difference. Dubois went at Joshua, but he was still selective with the way he threw his punches. Even when Joshua was hurt, he made sure he got in tight where he could twist. He never reached. That's when you get knocked out. Is when you
Well,
get to reaching. Especially when you think you got somebody hurt. Now they trying to stay alive. So they gonna be swinging for the fences. So now,
ab-
even though
absolutely.
they hurt, you have to be more defensive responsible. Now
Right.
that they hurt because they gonna be trying to survive, and that's like having a wild animal hurt and cornered. They just gonna be throwing anything, and that anything can knock your ass out.
And that's what it looked like. He tricked them. Like, oh, look, I got an advantage. All right, let me rush into this thing. Bing! Now you out. It's over. All because you didn't want to have no defensive technique. You were so
Hmm.
offensive that you forgot to be defensive at the same time. And that's the thing. Like, people don't understand there has to be a strategy when you go into these things too, right? But because I don't know what the hell Joshua was thinking about, he had to me he had no strategy behind nothing. Once the first round was over, like you said, he just looked at loss. He like a dead headlights type scenario to me.
I don't know why Joshua took that fight. The only sense it made for him taking out, especially after seeing what Dubois did to that last dude, the dude they called Russian Mike Tyson. Yeah, he looked like Mike Tyson when Holyfield got to his ass. That's when he looked like Mike Tyson. That's the type of Mike Tyson he was. This ain't the young Mike because I mean Dubois beat that dude, and that dude had a hell of a chin. That I was like, man, they should have stopped that fight. Joshua ain't got no chin like that. And the blows the boy was taking from that boy and still standing up, I'm looking like, what the hell is this dude taking? Like this is the this is the unfuckwittable. This is the mythical ninja we always heard about. You know, the N word. I don't say the N word,
Yeah, I
but this
got
the
you.
mythical one. This the one who can get hung from a tree and break the goddamn tree. That's who you dealing with now.
Right.
you you dealing with that ninja right there. Like this the mythical one. But I don't know why Joshua took that fight after that. And everybody kept saying Joshua gonna win. I'm looking like my dad. Oh, AJ. I'm like, bro, this is what I try to tell y'all. It's different. Y'all got faith. Y'all fans and stuff, man. I look at technique. That's the difference between Tank and all them other boys. None of them have technique. Some of them get skilled, some of them get athleticism. Devin Haney got athleticism. I don't even think Devin got skills. I think he's just athletic. And then Shakur got skills. They don't have technique. They don't. Defense. They like Shakur was complaining, talking about the dude running. Part of the technique is being able to cut the ring off. You don't never hear Tank complaining about people running from him, and everybody run from Tank after they pop him. But you know what? He know how to cut the ring off.
Yeah, you
So
gotta cut it.
even
You
if
gotta
you
cut it down, right?
yeah, and Shakur, for him to be the most skillful, he should know how to cut it. He don't. Shakur don't know how to cut it. Shakur don't have defense. Shakur got skills. He's athletic, but he don't have defense. He just pop backwards. That's why it is a saying in boxing: don't swing, don't aim for where a person at. Aim for where they're going. That's what Tank do.
Hmm.
That's what make Tank so dangerous. Tank got all this. When Tank get clipped, he get tighter. Everything get tighter, and he can still move. You know how to he got that footwork. Because Pitbull clipped him a couple times. You couldn't even tell Tank was hurt because his natural instinct is to go tight. Everybody else is to run the fuck away. Oh shit, I'm hit. Let me run. That's when you gonna get knocked out trying to move backwards.
Yeah. Well,
When you get, I remember one time I got clipped, bro. I was in a school fight. I got hit so hard, everything went black, bro. I didn't know who was hitting me. It felt like 12 people was hitting me, bro. I swear. I got the
yeah, I'm still here though. We lost you real quick. But that's why I was saying earlier, we try to compare the two and it's not comparable. Or we drop down. So, you know, as he was saying, we was comparing that to real life, but even in real life, you still have to have some type of defense behind you, right? You like most of us that ever fought, you keep your hand down. I mean, you keep your hand up. You guard your side of your face, just in case somebody want to throw that cross to your jaw and things of that nature, and you could bend down and get low by the ribs and stuff like that. So that's what you're supposed to do. But like I said, this young man, Anthony Joshua, did none of that stuff. And because he didn't do any of that stuff, it was like, wow, he was like a walking target. And that's exactly what it looked like. So, but it was just that crazy of it just like I said, it didn't look right. He looked like he didn't want to be there. And at the end of the day, Dubois did what he had to do, you know. So hopefully Anthony Joshua he gets to a match that's more of his speed, because if word was correct and this is not his nature, he should not be in no championship rounds with any of these type of guys, whether it's Tyson Fury, whether it's uh, Dubois, Usyk, whoever. He needs a like a puncher chance, like uh like Wilder, like Word said. So, even with that going forward, you know, you just gotta give Joshua, I mean, excuse me, you gotta give Dubois his kudos because he did what he had to do, and he took care of that at the very, with very minimum, like very minimum hits, blows taken, things like that. So those are the things that you have to deal with when when you're in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, my bad, brother. Wife calling.
Mm-hmm. So who do you think that Dubois should be fighting next? Then we already spoke about Joshua. So who do you think Dubois should be fighting?
I mean, I would like to see him fight Parker. If I was his manager, I wouldn't let him fight Parker. I'd just give him some tomato can or somebody he can warm up to until Tyson Fury, until the winner of that fight is available. I wouldn't even take no risks, you know, personally, business wise. But I would like to see him fight Parker. I think he beat Parker too. But Parker looking better, He's got the. I don't know, bro. It's like. I like Wilder's probably my favorite fighter at the Tank. It'll be Tank and Wilder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I love the combat sport, so I'm not biased. Like I'm not gonna say I think Wilder done. I wouldn't want him to fight again. That fight that Parker had on him, I think his career was over after that Fury trilogy. That
Right.
Robert Helenius, that knockout, even that knockout, bro. I'm looking like nah. That ain't Wilder, bro. It's like you jumping backwards. Again, no defense. Fuck is
Mm-hmm.
you jumping backwards for? You got these big ass arms. Put your damn hands up.
Right.
The
That's
fuck?
what that's what I was saying. If you fighting in real life, your hands is always up. You guarding the goods crosses and things like that, and then you could just lower it down if somebody trying to take the rib shots. So I don't know. I don't know if this is new age boxing. I don't know what the Sam has
Bro,
going on.
that's street fight. These ninjas out here fighting with street fight. When you get hit in the face in the street and you ain't used to getting punched, what's the first thing you do? You try to get the hell out of there. And that's what they be doing. That's what they be doing, bro. A
Yeah, I'm
train
getting out.
now, if you've been fighting for a while, even in the street, you've been fighting for a while, and you done got knocked out before, you learn how to put your damn hands up real quick. Like, hold on, 'cause I'm gonna
Absolutely.
cover up. That's the difference. That's how you can
Right.
always tell who been put on their ass before. Because once you get put on your ass, you start putting your hands up. They ain't putting their hands up. They
They
still they go into the gym. People be pandering to him. Oh, you the greatest, you the greatest. Taking it easy on them, making them feel good about themselves. Then they get in a real fight and get their ass whooped. That's this new age shit. Because I be listening, they be like, "Oh, Deontay Wilder doing this in training camp." I'm like, "Who the fuck y'all got him training with?" Like, cause I mean, like, who training with him?
I
Because
just I don't know.
if he ain't getting knocked, I can tell he ain't getting knocked around in training camp. So y'all in there making him feel good about himself. And then when he come out here and fight for real, he get hit. Start looking like, which way did he go? Like, come on, bro.
He
Y'all done
fall,
put my boy.
he
Like, y'all
unfolded
done
like a
put him
cheap
up.
suit.
Y'all done put him up against this big ass Chinese Godzilla looking motherfucker. And y'all should have knew he was gonna get hit. When they signed that fight, I said Zane go knock him out. And that's my second favorite fighter on the planet, bro. I just knew he was going to sleep. And he went out bad. I don't know who went out worse, him or Joshua. 'Cause Joshua looked like he was trying to dig into the ring. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like Wilder just laid there like shit. I'm gonna just chill right here. I'm gonna soak all this in. Joshua was trying to. I bet you he in his head he thought he was up. He probably thought he was trying to dig to China or some shit. Like, god damn.
Shit, he looked like an ostrich. Like,
Hmm.
he tried to put his whole face through the back, and his head was in the way. But that's why I say, these combat sports, like it's a different animal, especially if you don't really understand it. You got to be observant, and you can just, it's going to take you time to learn it. But it's something interesting to watch. You could put that into it. For most men, it'll be like an everyday scenario for them. So, right, you gotta have footwork, you gotta have your hand-eye coordination, you gotta see what you get ready to hit. Just don't be out there throwing haymakers, because if you do, somebody gonna catch you and wait for you and knock you out. Same thing. So I just think that people need to have these type of matches and see and just learn from them. But I hope that Joshua learns. I don't know what he could have learned, but
Learn to sit his ass down and stop
that part,
boxing.
yeah, that part. Like I don't think he should fight for another year. I swear, the performance
Um,
tonight, I don't think he should fight for another year, if that.
bro, is if he fight, he can't fight no reputable person. There's no one in the top 10 that he can fight. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say in the top 10. There's no one in the top 5 that he can beat. No one. It ain't no one in the top 5 he can beat.
He might as well start
Joshua,
over.
he's not. He's not what every like. Boxing is all about matchmaking. They actually hire people to make matches so fighters have a high probability of winning. What does that
Hmm.
tell you? Now, who is this match made for? When you're looking at a fight, you gotta who is this match made for? Because that's how matches get made. They have matchmakers.
Hmm.
So who is this fight matched or made for?
Well, Dubois picked the right one. All right, look, I know he get hit. He gonna fold like a cheap tent. So that's good for me. But as long as he got
I,
that belt, he got to represent that belt correctly. Though I believe that he got to represent it correctly. He can't be like Rocky trying to duck Clubber Lang all the time. Nah,
oh
somebody got to
no,
be representative.
the Wago fight. That the Wago fight. And then he got Queensberry promotion behind him. Dubois, as long as it makes sense and he become I think he should be considered the top. I say top 2. I think he beat Fury.
Mm,
Only reason I can't say he'd beat Alexander because Alexander already beat him, but I know he beats Fury. Fury
right.
ain't the Fury before Wilder, especially when you seen what Usyk did to him. No, Dubois, and then you see what Dubois did to Usyk. But his style is perfect for Fury because he's not a small guy. Like Deontay was a light guy, right? And then even when Deontay bulked up, Deontay don't have the boxing skills. He just got the power. Fury
Hmm.
proved that he can get up, right? But what Fury can't do is take a ass whooping. That's what Usyk did to him. Usyk whooped his ass. He was beating on him. Fury
Right.
can't take a beating, but it's the difference between getting hit and knocked down and back up. And even then, Deontay had him down more than 10 seconds. But all that neither here or there. What I'm
Right.
saying is the difference between getting beat up and put down and then getting put down. That's what Deontay did to Fury. But Fury was able to weather those storms. But when you see what Usyk did to him, Usyk beat him. You never seen Fury like that. He was drunk. Even when Deontay knocked him down, he shook it off and got back up and
Got
was
back up.
fighting.
Right. Right.
Yeah, he was back up and fighting again. No, Usyk had him drunk. And Usyk don't hit harder than Wilder. So what happened? There was accumulation. And after a while, you just can't take it no more.
Right.
That's what Dubois presents. He presents a Usyk style fighter, just bigger and stronger. So now this dude got more power and he can box. All that jittery shit. Nah, this ain't a Wilder where he picking his shots. No, Dubois gonna make his shots. He gonna swing. He gonna fight. He gonna beat you. He gonna hit you to the body. He gonna go to the head. That's what made Fury. Deontay barely went to his body. Oh no, Dubois was going to your body. That's how he put Usyk down a body shot.
Right. That's why I don't know if Dubois is ready to fight, have that rematch, but that should be somewhere down the line. If you're gonna fight Parker and then go ahead and go to Usyk, then that's what he's gonna do. But
I,
I
if
think
I
that
was
should happen next year.
if I was Dubois, shit, I'd fight AJ again. Get that money again. Shit, get that money. That's easy money. Go whoop his ass again.
I don't think he'll take. I don't think. I don't. If he do, let's just say if he do, it has to be something better than what he put tonight because that was
Oh,
no.
now he. Oh, you talk about AJ already said he want the rematch. And
I
see,
know.
look, AJ proud too. I say that he got a lot of pride in him, so he'll want that get back. Everybody who beat him, he fought him again. You know, he fought Usyk again. He fought Andy Ruiz again.
Oh, okay, but
So
will it be a better performance than what he did tonight? So that's
it'll
that's what
be it'll
that's what the
it'll be
comment
better.
boxer want to. Yeah, that's all they worry
It'll be
about.
better. It'll be better, but it'll be the same outcome.
Oh man, he
And
better go.
I'll tell you why, because it wasn't. It's nothing that he can really change. You know what's gonna change? He gonna take less risk.
Yeah.
It'll be a better performance by him because he'll last longer. But he gonna get knocked out again. He gonna take less risk though. He gonna try to box him. He ain't gonna go in fighting him. You gonna see him stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. That's what you gonna see him do.
That's
Cause
crazy.
it ain't nothing else he can do. You ain't gonna be able to. He gonna try to outbox him, but he definitely can't outslug him because he gonna eat all your. The boy got a chin of this world, man. He take like, bro, go back and watch the fight before this. Go back and watch that fight. It should be on what is that dude's name? They call him the Russian Mike Tyson. But man, I thought Dubois was gonna die that fight, bro. I thought I'm looking like, man, this dude is hitting up, and they was just going at it, bro. That was one of the most epic fights I've seen in a long time. It was a slugfest, and the wild lasted. Now this dude, I don't think he didn't get into many. I think he only had like two fights outside of the fifth round, something like that.
Mm,
But this dude, they were saying like he was the boogeyman of the heavyweight. Not no more. The boy, the boy put a flashlight and a dustbuster on his ass. Like, come here, ghost. Got your ass.
that's crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, like I said earlier, he's gonna be that fighting champion. He gonna go ahead and try to. He gonna go ahead and see Parker maybe, but I think he gonna try to get usage after the. I think whoever wins that fight, he gonna want the winner. Usage and Fury, he
Yeah.
may want the winner, and that's cool because everybody loves a fighting champion, but the fighting champion gotta he gotta understand he gotta have a chance to win, and if you as long as you believe that. Don't just go in there with a puncher's chance. I think Dubois is not going into none of these fights as a puncher's chance, or one hit quitter. So I think he can do some damage to any one of them. So I'm just excited to see who his next opponent gonna be.
If I was him, I'll go for the money until the belts come off. I'm just being real shit. This is my opportunity to be an A side, bro. He just beat AJ. There's only two other people who can say they beat AJ. So he like the biggest star in Britain right now. You know, he the only one winning. Tyson Fury ain't winning nothing. He got beat by this little dude. This dude just annihilated AJ. That was a bro. He had him. The fight was over in the first round. It was
Right.
over.
That's why I was like, wait, does he want to be there? I'm sitting there like, wait, is he trying to be? Is he want to be here? What is this? He don't want to be there. He just walking. He on the green mile. He just dead man walking. Like, hurry up,
Bro,
get it over with.
I was thinking the first initially. I was thinking. I said if he beat him, he gonna beat him in 8, right? And then all this is what I always do. I always tell like who I think gonna win the fight, and I tell you within the rounds, right? And if it go the only way AJ got an opportunity, if it go later, because I seen Dubois gas out a couple times, and then
Mm-hmm.
if people take advantage of it. So I said if it go later than 8, that's when AJ his best opportunity to win it. When I seen the first punch, that first jab thrown, and AJ head went back, I said, "Oh, this done in 5." No, I said it's done in 7. When I seen the
Mm-hmm.
knockdown, I said it's done in 5, 5 or lower.
To
Well,
four or
I think I
five.
said yeah, 4 or 5, like 4, 5 at the max.
Right.
So 4 or 5 is over. Four or
Well,
five.
you sure hit the nail on that one. I tell you
It should have
that.
been over in 4. It should have been over. They should
Right.
have stopped that fight before it got to where it was. That fight should have been stopped. Cause dude, he looked at like somebody help me, like help me get this motherfucker away from me.
Yo, please look. It ain't 3 minutes yet, so I can sit down real
In
quick.
3 minutes,
The
like
round ain't
rewind
over.
time. Like where's that time traveler at? Go back in time and tell me not to take this fight. Just go do that, okay? I'll see you later. Yeah, don't take this fight.
Yeah, it was that one sided. Like, this was really like, you can't. No one could dispute how one sided this fight was.
No.
And, and
Well, he hurt him. He ain't hurt that boy.
nah,
He got cut.
right? You can get a nice one off and be dazed and stuff like that. But look what happened when he got dazed. He forgot to cover up. Look,
Mm.
he landed himself. Look, like, you can't do that, man. Like, I just like somebody. Oh, look, I got him staggered. I think he's staggered. I gotta go ahead. Yeah, you just drop your hands and everything. Bow. Now you counting to 10. So these. That's one fight that, like I said, if Joshua do want that, he need to sit down. He need to retrain for like 8 months. Do it in 8 months, so you can have a different strategy, a different scenario, a different routine, something. Because what you did today, that's not that was not cool at all.
He just need to go sit his ass down somewhere and count his million, his Under Armour promotion or whatever he got. He just need to go relax. Let me hop off here. I think I'm gonna hop on for a hot second.
So, you know,
Did I go dark again?
no, you good, you good.
Oh yeah, let me hop down, bro. I think I'm gonna go live for a minute.
All right, so you go ahead and drop down. I appreciate you stopping up here. Uh,
Oh,
I'm about to wrap this up anyway. Just tell everybody what I'm doing tomorrow after the game. Like I said, there's a lot going on. WNBA women's playoffs are starting tomorrow. Then we got a boatload of games. I forgot who y'all played. Y'all play the Cardinals, right?
yeah,
You like your
that's it.
chances? I think redemption comes tomorrow.
Man, I
I
ain't watching football till the Lions win again.
don't.
Let me get off here. I don't want to talk to you about the Lions. All right, I'm gonna holler at you later.
All right, I'll holler at you. Appreciate you though. But, guys, like I just said, tomorrow's gonna be a boatload of sports, whether it's WNBA, NFL games. this is a good. The Cowboys and the Cowboys and Ravens play tomorrow. We're gonna see which one of those two teams could get back on track. We got a bunch of 2-0 teams playing tomorrow. Steelers and Chargers. Can Justin Fields get them to a third win against the Chargers? Will the Vikings pull off a win against the Texans? There's a lot of good games tomorrow, guys. So I will be on again 23 hours from now to highlight all the day's sports event. But until then, guys, I'll holler at you guys later. I'm out.